He thought credit cards were the gateway to a better life. No limits, no worries, just swipe and enjoy. Alex Monroe was 24 years old, full of ambition, and freshly hired by a mid-sized marketing agency in Atlanta. Like many recent graduates, he believed the hard part was over. The student loans? Deferred. The paycheck? Steady. And the credit card offers? Endless. At first, it felt empowering, like he had finally made it. A gleaming Visa with a $3,000 limit. Then a MasterCard. Then an American Express. Each new card felt like a reward for his progress. He didn't know it yet, but this was his first misstep into a dark hole of financial mistakes. It started with small swipes. A new pair of sneakers here. Friday night drinks with coworkers. Upgrading to the latest iPhone. Not because he needed it, but because everyone else had it. The balances grew silently in the background. But every time he got close to the limit, the credit card companies raised it. And to him, that felt like validation. They wouldn't give him more credit if he wasn't doing something right? But the truth is, he was being baited. Baited by a system designed to make debt look like freedom. Then came the big expenses. A weekend trip to Miami. A luxury watch he couldn't pronounce. An apartment with floor-to-ceiling windows that screamed success but whispered overdraft. Alex had become addicted. Not to things, but to the feeling of having them. And the cards? They never said no. They were plastic applause, feeding his ego with every swipe. Until one day, his phone rang. A number he didn't recognize. He almost let it go to voicemail. But something, maybe intuition, maybe dread, made him answer. Mr. Monroe, this is a courtesy call. Your account is severely delinquent. Your outstanding credit card debt across multiple accounts totals $149,728.52. We need to discuss repayment immediately. Silence. Alex felt the air leave the room. His heart pounded. His palms went cold. That couldn't be right. That had to be a mistake. But it wasn't. This wasn't $5,000. This wasn't even $50,000. This was $150,000 in high-interest, compounding credit card debt. And just like that, the illusion shattered. This is the true story of Alex Monroe, a man who believed credit cards were keys to a better life, until the locks closed in on him. Stay with us, because what happened next is a financial disaster that turned into a personal reckoning. And whether you're in debt or dancing on its edge, you need to hear what happened. Alex Monroe didn't grow up rich. His parents lived paycheck to paycheck, and discussions about money were rare, almost taboo. So when he got his first job, and that first shiny credit card arrived in the mail, he felt powerful. No more saying no to brunch. No more waiting for payday. He saw credit cards not as loans, but as access to status, to experiences, to everything he thought he deserved. And like many in his shoes, he made the classic financial mistake, confusing a spending limit with actual wealth. Over the next 3 years, Alex collected 9 credit cards, each with high limits and even higher interest rates. From Visa to Amex, he was juggling over $10,000 in minimum payments every month, without noticing how deep he'd fallen. He'd tell himself, "It's just temporary. I'll pay it off when I get that promotion. Everyone lives on credit. As long as I make the minimum, I'm fine." But credit card debt doesn't wait. And unlike student loans or mortgages, it grows fast. By the time he realized he was in trouble, he was only paying interest. The principal hadn't budged in months. It wasn't long before the calls started. Unknown numbers. Voicemails. Then came the letters. Bright red envelopes stamped with final notice. When a layoff happened, it wasn't personal, it was corporate downsizing. But to Alex, it felt like the universe slamming a door at his face. No job, no savings, $150,000 in debt. He couldn't sleep, he couldn't eat. He even considered running, disappearing, declaring bankruptcy, anything to escape. He stopped answering friends, ghosted family. He was ashamed of his financial failure. Ashamed of pretending to be someone he wasn't. And one night, staring at the ceiling in his overpriced apartment, surrounded by unopened bills, Alex asked himself, "How'd I let credit cards ruin my life?" It took hitting rock bottom to finally look up. Alex reached out to a nonprofit credit counseling agency. They didn't judge him. They listened. They helped him enroll in a debt management program, consolidating his balances, negotiating interest rates, and creating a strict monthly payment plan. He moved back home, sold the leased car, canceled every card except one, locked in a drawer for emergencies only. He took on freelance gigs, delivered food at night, worked weekends at a retail store. Every dollar counted. Every payment chipped away at the mountain. And slowly, that mountain began to move. It took 5 years. 5 years of discipline, sacrifice, silence. But Alex Monroe is now debt-free. No more credit card debt. No more late fees. No more pretending. He shares his story in schools, online, and at community events, so others don't repeat his mistake. Because the truth is this: credit cards aren't the enemy. Ignorance is. No one taught him how credit works. No one warned him about interest rates, compounding debt, or lifestyle inflation. He had to learn the hard way. If you think credit cards are free money, they're not. They're tools, powerful ones. But in the wrong hands or the uneducated mind, they can destroy your future. Alex's story isn't just about one man drowning in $150,000 of debt. It's about all of us. The silent millions making small swipes today that become giant regrets tomorrow. Don't be one of them. Learn, budget, plan, because financial freedom doesn't come from spending. It comes from knowing when to stop. If this story hit home for you, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs a wake-up call, and subscribe for more real-life stories that teach real financial lessons. Drop a comment below. What's your biggest money mistake, and what did it teach you? Until next time, spend smart, live free,